The new Trading World update has a big problem. As you guys know, the Trading World released literally 1 day ago, and it's actually been only a few hours at the time I'm recording. However, with this brand new area that we got and all of these new updates that they've done to the trading system, it has introduced a huge problem. And I really think you guys should watch fully through this video because I want you guys to be aware of it and make sure you do not get scammed because it's a little bit risky right now. As you know, with this update, they introduced this boot system and as well as these new things called trade tokens. I've said this a million times, but it's basically a thing where, you can purchase anything that costs Robux with these tokens instead of spending Robux. However, the reason why this is a huge problem is because these tokens are only obtainable with Robux. If you want to add more into the game's economy, you must purchase one of these packs here, which costs the exact same as the amount of tokens you get. The problem with this is currently at the moment, there is a huge lag problem inside of the game. As you can see, when players are running around, some are laggy and randomly the game will just freeze in the middle of nowhere for no reason. For example, here is a scenario where this happens. If I go and press edit and then press this create listing button, my game is gonna freeze. As you can see, I'm moving my mouse, but I cannot click it and it randomly just freezes every time I switch between pets, plants, and like boot skins. Oh my god, bro. Shout out to all these fans in here. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope they're not getting scammed by this because the problem with this is that it is affecting the wrap system. Every single pet and fruit inside of the game runs through this wrap system, which shows how much it is actually worth in terms of the recent auction price, aka what it's kind of been selling for in the game recently. If I go to my booth and I look at some stuff, let's just go and look at some pets like the mimic octopus. It says the wrap for it is only worth 2. That was the initial wrap. I mean, early on when the game released, everything didn't have any type of wrap, so things were worth like nothing. If I actually show you guys my booth history, which for some reason, this also takes forever to update. But basically, all it shows is that, things were very cheap back then. And I managed to actually get so many pets. Like, I got so many headless horsemen. I have 4 of them now. Got them very cheap. There was things like the ruby squids. Yeah, I got 4 of these. And I also got these very cheap, as well as some admin abuse only pets. However, I just joined the game a few minutes ago. And I came to realize that these values are actually not correct. And they are not updating. The reason why you see someone like my boy Thomas over here selling stuff for 500 trade tokens is because that is actually probably what it's worth. Meanwhile, the wrap says it's only worth 9, and that is not correct. The problem with this is you guys who were actually selling your stuff and you're trying to get trade tokens might literally get scammed because you don't know the real value of stuff since it's not updating. The best part is with this brand new index system, you can actually go to any type of pet. Let's just click on, actually, let's go to a boot skin, right? And let's just click on this Tory Gate. As you can see, it shows you the price of it for the day I'm recording, but it actually does not show hourly, meaning you will not be able to know other than just looking at the recent auction price on what the value has been for it recently. And this is a great feature, don't get me wrong. I love being able to see that, the recent auction price and basically having a whole value system inside the game itself. But the problem with it is that the developers released it without anything being sold yet and just hope that it makes its values by itself, which is a little bit of a problem. My little suggestion was to actually have this wrap thing kind of disabled momentarily, but still collect what people are selling it for, so that way after a few days they can reactivate it and people can see what it's actually worth. Currently, when it's already active, you'll have some very cheap pets. Let me go and look at this guy's stuff. Yeah, he's selling a rainbow or red panda divines for 35, while this rhino is worth 40, but the wrap clearly says otherwise. This actually raises awareness into this wrap index system right here. If you go to pets and you sort by the highest value, as you can see, some of the most random pets are worth more than the kitsune. This ghostly bone dog, which I don't know if this is some crazy pet, which I don't think it is, but it is worth more than the kitsune, which is currently valued valued at 683 trade tokens or 683 Robux. Luckily though, this server of players, they actually have reasonably priced most of their stuff. I mean, this elephant here is like, it says it's worth 4, but the problem with this is these people in other servers, the value of their pets are worth something else. Like, look, this guy's selling the junk bot for 5, bro. I'm gonna grab it. I mean, don't mind me, but the junk bot is literally an admin abuse pet. As the opportunity to give the oil mutation, which is an admin mutation, and as you can see, it is not obtainable. Oh, and some of the features seem to just be broken inside this update. Like, if I want to go ahead and search for one of these pets, like a raccoon, so when you press find sellers, it says there are no online sellers for this item, which is odd because if I literally type in anything, like a dog, bro, come on, surely there's one. There are no online sellers for this item. The smithing dog, none. It literally anything I click on, it says there's none. But if you also go to different servers, pets, items, and stuff will have different values, which means that every server has like different offsets of what pets are worth. So some people could easily get scammed. Like, this person has a butterfly that's worth 400, which makes sense. But let me also show you that earlier on, wait, why is it not showing all my previous purchases? There's no way they deleted all of them. Okay, for some reason, it just does not show my previous history. But what I'm trying to say is that these things are different in every single server. The wrap is not the same for pets. So let's go ahead and join in a new server. All right, bro, here we are in a new server. Let's go take a look at this guy's stuff. Okay, wow, he has a lot, but oh no, bro, he's selling all his junk bots for like 5, 8 and stuff like that. No, bro, a peach wasp. No, this thing is also an admin pet, and bro, I would feel bad buying this stuff. I really hope no one comes to buy this guy's stuff, but if there's anything to sell out first, it's gonna be his orange tabbies, it's gonna be his junk bots and stuff like that. For some reason, literally the candy blossom is worth more than the other stuff he's selling, although the wrap on this, it's 5 trade tokens. And something that I've said in my previous video is don't really trade for stuff that is like fruits and stuff. Fruits and stuff ultimately hold almost near no value in this game unless they have like every type of mutation or they're like a very rare. Unless you need like some amount of shekels because you have none, I would not recommend you buy it. But then again, literally every single player in the game has quintillions, if not sextillions of shekels. So there's literally nothing to buy. This other person in my server is selling their chicken zombie for 15 trade tokens. That one kind of makes sense because, you know, the chicken zombie literally got given out like 1 billion times by now. And just as I'm talking about it, somebody posted this. Have a max amount of wrap, you can make something. Maybe the highest you can sell something is for 30 wrap. I feel like without the limit, the wrap economy is gonna go bad, and I'm already seeing people posting pets for 1,000 wrap, which is equivalent to 1,000 Robux, and others will post a super good pet for only 30 wrap. I don't know, this might suck. Well, no, it definitely does not, I promise you. And this is unfortunately a problem players are facing across all of Girl Garden. Things are just not their actual value. Okay, I think I finally found a server of people that are selling stuff for like real value, bro. Like this person, I would say they have some arguably honest prices. I mean, obviously nothing is like complete, values change all the time, but one thing I can tell you is that some of these pets are not worth as little as they are labeled. With this trading system also comes one very weird thing, is that when you actually purchase some stuff, there will be locks put on what you purchase. Currently, I have not actually purchased something super recently, so there isn't one. Let me see if I can find an actually pretty good deal to purchase. Let's see. Okay, this person's got some pretty trash stuff. What is an acorn? Bro, is that like a fruit, or is that's definitely not a pet, but I think that's a fruit. I'm not gonna purchase that. No, thank you. Okay, this person right here, they got a junk bot for literally 5 trade tokens. If I go ahead purchase that, it says has a pending sale. Please wait. By the way, I do like how like they have went ahead and made sure the security is good, because while there is a pending sale on mine, nobody can actually trade. Wait a minute, there was a pending sale, so I didn't even get my item. Like, I cannot purchase stuff until this guy has finally sold his last item. And there we go. We got the giant bean. But let's go to our booth. And if I try to list this and like flip it for a prize, you will see that if I go to my pets and scroll down to find this green bean, there is a random lock on it right there. You actually are not able to trade these pets for a certain period of time. It might be different per pet, but just to check out what this pet is. Oh my god, the lag, bro. Okay, where was my pet at? Okay, junk bot right here. As you can see, there is a timer on it, and where's the timer? Okay, it's all the way at the bottom, and by the looks of it, yup, tradable in 15 minutes. So it's around the 15-minute timer on all these pets. I can't say that's necessarily a bad feature. I'm pretty sure the developers implemented stuff like these to prevent duping and people being able to do it super fast. But the problem this causes is now I can't even sell it for a while. And some people have really been asking to remove this. Like this person right here said, remove pet lock. This also seems to happen for recently traded pets. Remove trade lock on recently traded pets. So yeah, it's across the game. This person said, unlock our pets, bro. I just got a W trade just to find out all my pets are locked. This does make sense. However, I just don't understand why it's in the trading system. But if I were to guess, it's probably for the same security reasons. And of course, the biggest part of this update, the fact that you cannot get tokens unless you sell something. Currently, tokens, the only way you can actually get any of these inside the game is by spending Robux. There's actually a key to this. You can see right here, it says that, disclaimer, trade tokens can only be purchased using Robux. There is no other means of obtaining these tokens. However, to obtain them, you must trade them with other players. Although this necessarily doesn't affect free-to-play players, it does give pay-to-win players a bit of an advantage. Yes, free-to-play can get access to it, but unless you have good stuff to sell or anything that might be of interest to someone who has spent Robux for their tokens, you will not be able to get this. The crazy thing is, I actually had a conversation about this with the owner, and I will definitely have a full separate video on the full conversation we had, but he did have something to say. He said right here that I gotta be honest, the economy is cooked if we give them out for free in any way. And obviously, although there wasn't really a pet economy for this game in the past, he did have a reasonable reason, I guess, to say this. This is the most reasonable thing I heard. And as you can see, he said, naturally, we need to make updates that promote good monetization as well, aka them making money. And then he said, else we don't get promoted by the Roblox algorithm, but yeah, we want to balance it. So although the developers are constantly looking out for ways to not only make more money on the game and be able to get supported by Roblox, but they are also trying to balance it. So there is still a very much chance it could get changed around. There could be possibly ways to obtain it in the near future, but I do have to say that is absolutely true on what he said. The Roblox algorithm literally only promotes games that are making them good money and they hold players inside of the game. That's the goal of the Grow Garden devs, and although it may not be in the favor of most, I think it is a pretty nice feature if you can still get your hands on it. I mean, it literally lets you buy like the premium stuff that costs Robux with these tokens. I'll also be giving some out here and there. I'm probably gonna go ahead and give out this 1,000 tokens pack. I'm not gonna lie, 5,000 and 25,000 Robux are low-key a little bit hefty, but I'll go ahead and give out a few of the 1,000 packs. So if you guys would ever appreciate one, or if you'd like one, just comment down below your username, and yes, I can definitely gift it. You know what? Just for this server of fans, bro, these guys are taking a picture. Let's go and give out one. I'm going to go ahead and do a 250 tokens for this one. And we're going to pick two winners. Who wants some tokens? Okay, the first person I saw is this Bloodhound person who is standing right next to me. So let's go and find them. Boom. Here we go. We just go to the tokens up here. And wait. I don't want to buy for myself. Okay, here he is. This is the Bloodbound person. This item costs more than you have. What? Wait, what? Okay, well, that's another bug. They forgot to change the prices on the gifting. So even if I wanted to, I can't gift. Can I give them 1,000? Oh my god, literally none of them are working, bro. What about 25,000? Of course none of it works, bruh. But it's really heartwarming to see. Oh my god, bro, the crowd of players just following me in the server. But I was saying it's very heartwarming to see that the developer, especially the owner of the game, like the person above Jandal that we barely hear from, actually seeing the community and responding to them. It's very nice to see. Okay, there was a massive bug, and while I was literally recording, my entire PC crashed from this game, bro. Grow a Garden. The game that's meant to be run on any device and like super easy literally crashed on my $3,000 computer. Okay, that's amazing. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hurry up and watch this video on the screen right here. I went ahead, picked it for you myself. I think it's a way better video than this, and I'll hurry up, click it, because this video is about to end. And until then, I'll catch y'all in that video. Bye.